Earlier this evening, I had the privilege of speaking to a charming lady whose daughter was suffering with some form of stress, we don't know what, which had caused her to harm herself. And we spoke for some time about what self-harm means, what it's about, how best to help her daughter, but that's not the point I want to discuss right now. This lady had been online. She'd tried to research self-harm online, and what she'd come up with had horrified her. She had learned that self-harm is all the fault of the parent, particularly the mother, it seems. That it's all to do with parental abuse and parental neglect, and that if she'd only been a better mother, her daughter wouldn't harm herself. I told her that was bullshit, because frankly it is. It's true, there are some people who treat their children horrendously. There are some little girls who are systematically raped and then prostituted by their parents. And yes, those emotional problems that the little girls will suffer then and in later life really are the fault of their abusive parents. But the majority of people who harm themselves are not doing so because their fathers raped them, or because their mothers were cruel, or because the whole family prostituted them, or forced them to commit crime because they're only kids and they won't be sent to prison. Yes, that happens, but it's not the norm. And to all those parents out there who are struggling with this assumption from half-assed websites and people who should know better, or very often people who know nothing at all, who blame them for their child's problems, I want to say this. It is almost certainly not your fault. It's true there are no perfect parents in the world. We're all just good enough. We all make mistakes because kids don't come with an instruction manual. But that's always been the case throughout human history. Parents have never been perfect, and most children grow up fine. There are lots of reasons why people self-harm, and they're not always or even usually to do with abusive parents. Don't blame yourself. That gets in the way of helping. If you want to help your son or your daughter who self-harms, then talk to a professional who understands self-harm. Don't go on the web, because quite frankly, the people who produce things on the web very often have very little information but believe they know it all, or have an agenda that's far more to do with self-justification than it has to do with actual understanding of the problems. I'm Stuart Sorensen, and this is Mind the Care training. If you found this video useful or helpful in any way, please feel free to share it around and click the like button. Oh yes, and while you're at it, if you click on the little character icon that's on your screen right now, you can subscribe to the channel and you won't miss any other videos. Thank you for watching.